I had an idea in Catherine's book of ideas for a drug rehabilitation. The drug rehabilitation was called Gabriel's Haven of Hope. Drug and alcohol rehabilitation for men. I am stumped because when I showed my son's father that idea, he said, "Why is it named after Gabriel and it's not named after me?" I said, "Well, why would it be named after you? Gabriel is the name of an angel. Who are you? You're just Granada was a car. Granada was a city. Why would we be calling it Granada's haven of hope?" Hmm. Granada. He overdosed. It's 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 just uncanny. This conversation that we had about my idea being named after his brother, and he's the one that overdoses. I I don't know. See, when I gave him the book, he was sitting in his office in Camden, New Jersey, 1529 Mount Ephraim Avenue, community. It used to be Community Baptist Church. I don't know what it is now. That was in 94, 95. Sitting there in his office, and I handed it to him, and he looked through the book, Catherine's Book of Ideas. And it was in there, and he said to me, I liked all the ideas, but you got the rehab named after my brother, and it's me who, I said, see, I am giving it to you how God gave it to me. You can't tell me how to think. That's what I said. He wanted his name. See, here's the whole thing about that, right? I never changed what I wrote because when I had the idea, it was Gabriel's Haven of Hope. It was not Granada. First of all, like I said, Granada is a car. Granada is a city. Yes, it is in uh, South America, I think California. Right, Granada is a city. It's a couple of things. It's a car. It didn't have a ring to it, and Gabriel is an angel. Well, is an angel. The name Gabriel I'm talking about, not his brother. He got offended because it was his brother. That was like the stupidest thing I ever heard. Nonetheless, when I just sit here and thought about it, he overdosed, and I never really thought about going back to change the name. Seriously, I that's not crossed my mind to put my son's father on that because in the book it says Gabriel's Haven of Hope. Drug and alcohol rehab for men. I mean, this man held an idea that had his brother's name on it for a drug rehab, and he overdosed. I know. Listen, it wasn't a he overdosed thing. No, that's not what it was. Granada had always did drugs. From the time I knew him, that's not a. It was a quick no, 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 no. Granada always dibbled and dabbled with messing with drugs. So the fact that he overdosed wasn't a surprise to wasn't a surprise to anybody. It's just that to hold something like that in your hands and then you overdose is just chilling to me. Not chilly because the air is blowing. I mean, it's keeping the room cool. And chilly, like I said, because I sat here and I thought about that. Here's this person. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get this together. Hold on. And talking to my bonus son last night. I call him my bonus son because he's my son's brother. He had such you know, a lot of times when people have a lot of family members that are pastors and stuff, sometimes they don't really be that deep in the word. I was so deeply impressed by my bonus son because his father was a pastor, his uncle was a pastor, his other uncle was a reverend, his grandfather on his father's side was a pastor and a reverend. His grandmother on his father's side is a evangelist. His cousin is a minister. His cousin's husband is a minister. Now on his mother's side, he got the same thing, ministers and pastors. So to come across somebody that has that much knowledge of the word, I was very impressed. Listen, our theological differences as to whether I should be eating swine and whether I should be eating seafood, I'm going to listen always because I like the word. I'm always going to listen. We'll even go back and forth. Of course we will. We're human beings. But the thing we won't be upset with each other at all. Because at the end of the day, he's still going to be my bonus son. That's my son's brother. And I'm still going to be Solomon's mom. So it ain't going to be no, we're not upset. He just was saying to me why he don't eat swine. And he went the word to find it, why he does not eat it. And that was fine. You know, that was all cool. That's not going to change how I feel about eating a piece of bread. Or if I haven't had a piece of rib in a while. Let me say that. I have not. Ribs are not something that I eat every day. Chicken is. Fish is. Whether the fish be scaly or it don't. Fish is something that I will get. Salmon. More than anything, I get salmon. When I cook at home, I get swai. So, I mean, you know. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get what you call it. Yeah, when I cook at home, I get swai. I will fry swai. Tilapia I don't really get no more because but swai I do get. I don't really care for whiting. I ate a lot of silver trout growing up, so I try to stay away from silver trout. But anything like that, I'll get it. So it just gripped me for a moment. I never really thought about that. That I wrote an idea for his brother to have a name after him, and he is the one that went away from here under those precarious circumstances of overdosing. So much so that one of his friends that knew him since he was a kid wouldn't even come to his funeral. And I thought that was the silliest thing that I heard because if you know somebody, how they died does not affect you. That's not see. However, my son's father left this world. His friend looked like he stopped being his friend because of it. No, you see. Here's the whole thing. If you stop being his friend because he overdosed, you was never his friend. If you didn't come to the funeral, send a card, you wasn't never his friend because those are the choices that he made. And he has to answer to God for that, not you, not I, not anybody else. When I found out that his friend didn't come, I was like, okay, now his friend wants to disassociate and act like he don't know him. See, but I mean, you can't, I mean, you could do what you want to do. You always can. But if you have a friend and your friend overdoses and you don't show up to the funeral or anything like that, then that's not a real reflection on your friend. It's a real reflection on you. If you was friends with somebody 40, 50 years and they overdose and you just so conveniently collect not to show up, ain't a reflection on your friend. It's in the box. It's a reflection on you and how you really felt about them. Because how you really felt about them shouldn't be reflected in the way that they chose to live here. Everybody makes their own choices. They do. And sometimes the choices that they make will lead to their death. Choices. See, God gives us freedom. He doesn't force us to do anything. The thing that he does do is he allows us to make choices. He doesn't force us not to. If people are on drugs, he doesn't force them to stay clean. They must want to stay clean. No, I've never used drugs in 51 years. But then again, I had people like my son's father around me who, see, he didn't struggle with addiction. See, I can't lie and say that. He just liked to party. He wasn't actively, no, because the way that he would dress would never give you the impression of that. The only person I know that could keep his appearance up, yeah, he could. But when you don't ever get to the root of what's bothering you, it will cause you to go outside and do what he did. You'd be using drug paraphernalia. At the same time, trying to preach salvation to other people and tell them that their lives should be together when his was jacked up. See, and sometimes people will come up with excuses and they'll say something like, well, no, there is no well. I can understand a preacher maybe. I can't really understand nobody using drugs. So I ain't gonna lie, I cannot, cause using drugs is in a whole that's alcohol, drugs. Those things are destructive to the person's internal organs. Even if you were to say that his congregation didn't have to know, it's destroying him on the inside. And that's eventually what took him out of here, overdosing. But yeah, I think a lot of times people have underlying issues and they use alcohol and drugs as a way to escape. And that is never the way to escape. Trust me, it's not. It's not the way to escape because um, there's always backlash for the chemicals of those types of things. And in my 51 years, I've never really wanted to, I've had some issues as far as me with relationships, but I ain't never wanted to do that. So over here on this channel, tell y'all what we talk about. We talk about lymphedema. We talk about depression. We talk about real issues. I don't do beef. The reason why I don't do beef is because I moderate for people that do, and I also moderate for people on other channels, and I'm ready to tell you about the other people who I moderate for because they are all, just about all of them, are brand deals, okay? So they've taken their YouTube channel and are now taking it to another level where they have sponsors like a Countess of Shopping. She has brand deals with quite a few people. She came to YouTube to tell her weight loss story. And her weight loss story got her brand deals. So I am a part of Countess Group. As much as my schedule allows, when she go live, she don't go live every day. Because Countess is busy now. So she don't go live every day. But when maybe once or twice a week, actually on YouTube. And I think she meets once a week with her group. And yeah, Countess was on Zepbound for about 2.5, 3 years. So yeah, she's had a very long journey. I think she's lost 113 pounds. So she's somebody who I follow. Prayed Up Mommy is somebody who I follow for a while now. And I'm trying to say, D, Auntie Mickey, Sal. Auntie Mickey has a channel where she does celebrity news. Please come check her out. I'm trying to think the other lady. What's the other lady's name? Oh, Lady Letitia. Lady Letitia and Auntie Mickey will sometimes run their platforms together. If you ever come over, like the other night, I was there. And then there's D. D is she started her weight loss journey, and she now has her jump rope. She sells her own jump ropes. Okay, she does her exercise on her channel, and she talks about God, her mom, her brother, who are deceased. So I'm just preparing y'all before y'all come over there, because I'm Dee's mind. So if you're going to come over into Dee's chat, please be kind. Please don't say hurtful or harmful things to her as it pertains to her mother, because I mention her mother and her brother quite frequently when she does her live. She does. So she used to go live every day. She was live the other day. I think she slowed down a little bit. I think if you order a jump rope from Day, I know that you will order it directly from her, and she will ship the jump ropes directly from her house directly to you. So I do know that. So if you catch me on the other channels, I don't be in too many beef sector channels anymore, because something happened last week that I know I didn't like. And so I have basically tried to back away because I don't like that type of stuff. Anything that happens on YouTube, I shouldn't see it in my real life. So once I see something like that in my real life, I'm not going to have too much to do with whatever caused that to spill into my real life. And it was that ZX called Adult Protective Services. So when y'all don't see me in beef sector chats, that is the reason. Because I don't play them type games. I really don't. You showing up in my real life is a no-no on all levels. I don't play them type games. So he's allowed to make a million more lives and all that stuff. Tulsa too. They're allowed to keep on lying. I don't have time for that. I just don't. Don't. So what I'm doing in my real life is right now I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready to put my socks on my feet. And I took my treatments earlier, some of them, not all of them, but oh, that hurts. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, so that's how that's going. So wait a minute, hold on, y'all. So far today, I had a little bit of soup. I was going to heat the soup up, but I wasn't able to do so. Soup can be eaten cold. It's in Italy. It was called gazpacho, if I'm saying it right. Gazpacho. Yeah, soup can be eaten cold. And it started being eaten cold because the the um the waiters and stuff couldn't keep up with the demand for soup. Like, to bring it out is supposed to be hot. So when it would get cold, they tried to figure out what to do with it. What they figured what to do with it was to go ahead and serve it cold. So that's how it got to be. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have me on some what you call this today. I don't want to, but I think that's what's going to happen. Sneakers today. Wait, how much? Let me see. I don't know. That feel. Yeah, I might have to leave my slippers on. I don't want slippers, but it looked like it's gonna rain, so I don't know. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay. So I was on earlier while I was doing my treatment because I'm trying to get my watch time hours. Even though I've done a couple of three, I did actually the other day. I did a 6 hour live a couple of days ago. So I'm really trying to get my watch hours now, and I was here while that happened. Now, um, I'm trying to do it sporadically out today, even though I'm about to go out. I'm sitting here and I'm getting dressed. Um, I've already had my breakfast, did my treatment, and I'm getting ready to, like I said, go out. Yeah, I'm ready to go out and do some stuff. So I don't really know what time I'm coming back. I never do. But yeah, I don't know what time I'm coming back. Let me see something. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm sitting here putting on my pants while I'm talking. I found a lady that does hair, but the lady doesn't even live close. I mean, she does a good job on people that have alopecia. I mean, that lady looked transformed when she was done. And the thing is about having alopecia is when you're not bald all over. I'm really not for shaving the little bit of hair the hair that Dimples, I took a shower, sweetheart. I washed. I take showers, sweetheart. I don't stand back sinking. I take showers. Took one earlier. Took one earlier. See, it's almost 10 o'clock now. Shower time is over. Then took one of those. Yeah, then took one of those. Real. Took a shower, went downstairs, had my breakfast. I did. Now I have to to try to get a feel for where I am. And in the process of getting a feel for where I am, so now see, Dimples, you come in my chat being disrespectful, talking about did I wash today. I don't have to cut the shower. See, you're a man and I'm a female. And wait a minute, hold on. So she deleted somebody's comment. I didn't read a good one. Oh, I think she deleted the wrong comment. Wait a minute, Stacy. I don't think she was trying to delete your comment, Stacy. I think she was trying to delete Dimple's comment. Hold on, let me see if I can go back. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm gonna try. Wait a minute. I don't know how to do this, but I'm trying to take you out of unhide your comment. Yeah, Stacy, it wasn't you. It was Lady Dimple. She was trying to, Lady Dimples like to come in people's chat and cause problems. Lady Dimples, why you always gotta be messy? Now you talking about did I wash? Ma'am, your body makes testosterone. Mine makes estrogen. That means if either one of us don't go to the shower, either one of us will smell. I respect the fact that you dress up like a lady, but your body doesn't make estrogen. Mine does. Yours makes estrogen. Yours makes testosterone. You'll still smell. It doesn't matter what kind of chemical it is, what kind of hormone it is. You will still smell. If you paid attention in physical education, we learned that females don't get long periods of time to not take showers. Like, you all say some dumb things sometimes. And I really be trying not to spine, but your common sense don't work. I know you failed physical education. If you were really thinking a grown woman can walk around and not have to wash her VJ down there. Y'all know that has to be washed properly with a shower. Or did y'all not take showers after gym? See, pay attention. When I first got to high school, we took showers. Right. After gym. See, pay attention. We took showers after gym. See, some of y'all don't remember that because you probably ain't took none. See, I went to Dobbins, right. You had a chance to take a shower after gym. Right. Some of y'all probably ain't even take no showers. Probably went back to class sweaty. Right. Locker room showers. Okay. Yeah, that's how old I am. Old enough to remember that. Right. I keep forgetting my hygiene habits don't belong to everybody. Dimples. No, Dimples, I am not dragging you, my love. Not at all. I am just telling you that although you give the appearance of a woman, your body still makes testosterone. That is the male hormone. I'm not dragging you about anything. I'm merely stating the fact that my body makes estrogen. And that means that when I don't take a shower, I will smell. Some ladies' pH level is higher than others. Higher, lower, whatever, however it works. They all need to get under the water with some soap and not necessarily feminine soap that cause problems later on. Right. So nobody was dragging you. I don't have to drag you because you want to dress up like a woman. That's your business. I don't care. You gotta get it in the bed with me, so why would I care about what you put on? You ain't doing nothing sexual to me, so I don't care about you dressing up like no woman. That's not my business. If that makes you happy, it makes me happier. Trust me, it does. I don't have a heaven to put or hell to put anybody in if that's what they want to do. My focus is on my sexuality, and I know that I like men. I don't care about men that like men. That's not my business. I'll tell anybody that. I don't care about that. I don't. Dimples, I have never really clowned you about that. I haven't. Or laughed about it. But you have clowned me, though. And I just let you get away with it, Dimples. Because if that's what makes you happy, knock yourself out, baby. I just came on here to talk to you all about that, about my son's father, because it's in my book. And I'm going to write my book over. And it's going to be hard to put that in there. Chapters 10, 11, and 12. Granada Smith and the Smith family. Chapter 10, Granada by himself. Chapter 11, Granada and his parents. Chapter 12, Granada and his siblings. It's the reason why I'm separating them the way, as a matter of fact, let me write that down, because, I said that, and, oh boy, I forget. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Chapter 9. I ain't gonna be long for you to get it. It's just that last night I couldn't do it because my bonus son wouldn't talk about God, so I let him have it. I ain't had no problem talking to my bonus son about God. They always tell me about my diet, so it was okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Chapter 10, Granada. Chapter 11. Okay, so this Sunday is the third Sunday. This Sunday is the third Sunday. Okay, chapter 12, Granada and his siblings. Now, okay, chapter 13, 12, Granada and his siblings. So, okay. Anyway, like I was ready to say, so, Dimples. You got jokes, Dimples. You do. And, last night, the only reason why I hit Lady Nika's piano, I be in Lady Nika's clouds, but for the next couple of days, I'm going to be extremely busy. I mean, for real. Starting with today, all the way up through Sunday, I am going to be busy, like for real. I am. I try to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to go out there and, do what I do. Relax, chill, as the young folks say. Chill. See, Dimples, if you was over here in Philly, you'd be having a good old time, because today is the last day of FIFA, if I'm not mistaken. I think today is the last day of FIFA. If you was here in Philly, you'd be able to come and do some, come around here and see some of the things. They had a nice fan thing up there. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to go down there. I don't know. First of all, if I go down there, there's no food down there I want, because I got my food downstairs, so wouldn't be no real reason for me to, if I go, it would just be fan engagement. It necessarily wouldn't be thing, but I have some stuff to do, so I don't know if I'm gonna get over there. I'm gonna try. I don't know. I don't know. But FIFA, we have enjoyed the World Cup here in Pennsylvania. We have enjoyed the MLB stuff they had the other day. We have had a lot of stuff going on here in Philly. So, yeah. A lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to do a little bit of research about lipedema. The reason why I probably won't talk about the young man who was on the boat and what, because that type of stuff, it makes me sad. Primarily because I have a friend of mine whose son drowned. So I ain't too sure I could do that story. I mean, he was in his 40s when he drowned, but it doesn't matter. I'm not too sure that I could do that story without breaking down and crying. So one of the reasons why I have not on this platform talked about it is because if it's something that's going to cause me to break down and cry and weepy willy, I'd rather not talk about it. My friend, she's good. I mean, it's been like 10 or 12 years, something like that. She's very good. I see her periodically. I know where she lives and all that stuff. Very good friend of mine. She could be at work. It's 10 o'clock. She's probably at work. But, see, because People tend to think that because I write ideas, that's not a job. Let me explain to you what happens when I write ideas, because I always get this. First of all, when I write ideas, I have to go do my own research. The reason why is because if I tell you that you can, my son's father over there in Camden, when I wrote the ideas, I had already found out about that area. To bring those ideas back to Philadelphia, where I am from, it's a lot of work. The reason why is because right now, some of those places are closed. Some of those places are closed. Some of the places have been knocked down. One of the places I wanted to have my drug and alcohol and rehabilitation is knocked down. Ain't nothing but a fence there. I had to go past there a couple of weeks ago. I almost cried walking past there. I swear I did. Ain't nothing but a big empty lot. Mm-hmm. It looked like ain't nothing on that big empty lot. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta make a list because I always forget stuff. Gotta make me a list. I do, because I need, wait a minute, some stuff. And I know I'm not gonna remember it. Hold on. I do. Alright, wait a minute, hold on. Alright, so I've not really been keeping up, but I am going to, I gotta check out what this Sunday is. I believe this Sunday is the third Sunday. And yeah, what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna change their names like my godmother did when she wrote her book. I'm gonna change their names. The reason why is because I could do it that way, or I just could. My godmother wrote a book, and everybody knew who she was talking about, but she didn't want to pay her husband, so she everywhere it said husband, she just put my husband instead of his name. Now, we all knew who she was talking about, but I'm just showing you how people. Yeah, I could get NDAs, of course I could, but I also could get let me see, gel, oven cleaner. We don't have no pots. I need to get some. So stuff like that. Um, yeah, I could change their names. Not and then see, I could change their names, and people will still gonna know what they're talking about. Uh, people nobody know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So in case you all missed my reveal of my book. I don't know if you did. I'm going to try to see if I can pull it up here. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. That's it right there. That is it right there. Okay. The reason why that's the book is because the original book has pictures in it, and my mom did not want those pictures to leave her home, so I had to do another copy of the book, and that of what you see behind you is the copy of the book. Is the front cover of the book. It is. So that's what we're working on today. I'm going to do some things, to put some things together. I expect this weekend to be great. I do. Lots up here. So, yeah. So that's the front cover of my book, my autobiography. And I am going to probably check y'all out later. I'm going to listen to some music. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for stopping in to the 20 people that did. Thank you. Have a good one.